Welcome back to another episode of the first inning. And we are here on Zoom. So please give us a like. That's the first thing to do. Just hit the like button and say hello in the comments. You can follow the first inning on any platform, podcast. Just go to the first inning radio show and search or Google it, and you'll be able to listen to you on your platform. And I am the BX Bomber 2011, and I am along with Roger, the big Yankee fan. Say hello, Roger.
Hello, good evening, BX Bomber. Everything is going pretty good. And unfortunately, we're still involved with this terrible pandemic that is
Right.
taking place right now. And it appears that the curve is starting to go down a bit in New York City, but other areas of the country
Well, right now, currently,
are
they are
starting to
planning. They
see
are planning to.
increases.
Hold on, I think there's like a little delay
But
there.
we do have some information about
But yeah, New York is slowly reopening somehow. But different certain regions
yes,
in
they
New York
have
City. Go ahead.
Yes, they have over 300,000 cases in the New York City area as of right now. In New York State, well over 300,000. But the death rate seems to be going down a bit. And also, but in other areas of the country, the death rate and the rate of confirmed cases is going up. But as of right now, there are some more plans that are looking pretty good for the start of possible Major League Baseball season. And I have a little bit of information about that if you would like to hear it.
So this is the thing. The players are well. The you know how they're trying to propose that a whole thing to the players. The whole proposal for 82 games, right, for a
Right,
season. But the thing is, the players are mad that they don't want to give up their salary. You
exactly.
know. So man, I don't know. You're making $20 million in 1 year. I think it's okay to make 10 million, right?
I would think so. As of
Right.
right now, the way it looks is there is some doubt that Major League Baseball could meet the deadline to have spring training by mid-June and start in early July. They would have 2 to 3 weeks to negotiate with 2 to 3 weeks to get protocols and safety and everything put together. And they would be talking about an 82 game schedule. And the American League East would play against the National League East, and the West would play against the West, and the Central against the Central.
Right.
And the designated hitter would be universal, and they would have a 30-player roster and 20 players on a taxi squad, at,
Right.
and at least to begin with, no fans to begin with, as they have to as and they have to really show quite a bit of safety. And they so that is some of the things that are happening, that they would have to show the players that there would be a lot of safety for the coaches and the players and the families and the entire team and personnel that would be involved in having the teams play. So they would
Right.
have to show there would be a significant amount of safety.
Right. The players' concerns are really about the testing. The whole idea about the testing is that they want to catch it before the outbreak happens. You know what I mean?
Right.
So that's the whole thing about testing and, like you said, the employees or whatever and stuff like that. But I mean, and there's no vaccine, no vaccine. Sorry, can't even say that right. And at all. Like there's no antibody right now for it. You know what I mean? So it's looking bad, man. But not but then again, other countries are already playing. So I don't see the big deal why MLB players can't play if they're already playing in Taiwan and all that.
One of the main reasons is that this country handled it so poorly that we are the epicenter. This country is the epicenter of the outbreak. No nation comes close to the terrible outbreak that the United States has as of right now. It had been handled very poorly by the United States government, and that's why in Korea they're taking temperatures of people that are walking in and out of stores. They have all kinds of checkpoints set up when people come in and out of towns. They have areas where they have booths that people go into to be defumigated, so to speak, or to be disinfected, and they are handling it much better. They have different checkpoints, temperature. They're taking temperatures. They're doing all kinds of things to control the outbreak, and many of the countries have it under much better control than the United States.
Yeah, I mean, what can you do, right? I mean, but then again, in New York, right, it's unrealistic that people are paying attention to anything. You know what I mean? The temperature testing, before you go into the store. Are you kidding me? If you try to take somebody's temperature while they walk into the store, they'll probably kill you. You know what I'm
Oh,
saying? So they
yeah,
don't really wanna start confrontations, because it's
right.
already bad enough. Just the social distancing part, just to get into the supermarket is crazy because you got to wait online outside, and they only let a certain amount of people in. You know what I mean? And then you want to do, temperature taking, and it's hard, man. And not only that, a lot of people who are sick. Let's say I'm just talking about New York City itself. All the people that are sick are mostly the homeless and the people that live in the streets. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? And they're the ones walking around. So either or, if you're either safe or not, you can pass by these guys and catch it, like they say how the CDC describes it. You know what I mean? If you're not social distance enough, but they're saying that a cough,
Yeah.
a cough in an area can can infect 20 people, and just because of the airflow ventilation in an area that can carry the virus.
It's an aerosol. It is. There can be aerosols. Even somebody breathing in the same room, if somebody is breathing, the virus can actually last in the air. It's aerosolic, it's called, but an aerosol. And the virus can actually remain in the air for a period of time as well. And that's why this virus is very, very contagious. And the strain that we have in the United States is also worse. Many of the scientists believe the strain that we're having here in the United States has been mutated to a certain extent to be worse than the one that broke out in Wuhan.
Yeah, allegedly, if things are right, but now because of the virus and all that, that has canceled the World Baseball Classic for 2021, and maybe indefinitely, they say now. They may cancel the baseball classic indefinitely now. And not only that, the Japanese Baseball League, they're looking at a June start. They're gonna have opening day soon. They're looking to play baseball in Japan, but I don't know if
Right?
they're gonna have fans inside or not. You know, so
Probably not to begin with. And also, one of the issues is that the players agreed to a prorated contract when they, on March 26th, they had a prorated salary. But the owners want reconsideration of salaries must be undertaken if there are no revenue from attendance. So the owners want reconsideration of salaries if
right.
there's no fans in attendance, and they would rather prefer revenue sharing. So as of right now, both sides are portraying inflexibility on this issue, But when Tony Clark uh, meets with the with MLB and the owners, I'm sure that they will have to work together because really, when you look at it, it's a no-win situation for the season to be canceled for either side.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, how much money are they gonna lose regardless? You know what I mean? In
Right,
reality, what I think was going on is the owners are saying, if you don't give up half your salary, it's gonna be hard for the franchise to return the money back into its team in the upcoming years. You know what I'm saying? Because now they have to use the money from their pocket now, which they don't even have because they rely on the season revenue to fund these $20 million contracts they pay these guys. You know what I'm saying? So that's they're asking for help, kind of. You know.
right. Because they want them to.
You're breaking up a little bit. You're breaking up. You gotta fix the thing there. But I mean, it's gonna. I mean, we'll be looking at an 82 game season, and that's what we're gonna be looking at. So hopefully, the Yankees can capitalize on that because there's definitely gonna be bad pitching involved. Can you see me? Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay, good. Um, the thing now is gonna be the problem is now for baseball is they need the universal DH because these pitchers are gonna be horrible. You know, nobody's gonna be season ready to be pitching in the major leagues right now, and it's gonna take them a little bit to get used to being in a game again. You know, because there are gonna be some kinks that they're gonna have to work out once they get back to playing again. I'm pretty sure of that. But they're gonna need the month of June for the pitchers to warm up at least. You know.
Would need at least a 3 week spring training, and they would also have a 30-player roster, a universal DH, and a 20-man taxi squad because there would be no minor league, so they would have 20 players on call in case of injuries, and they would begin the season without fans to begin with, and they would have to show safety and testing for the players, their families, the personnel, the traveling squad, and everyone involved.
Right. No, it's true. They have to be worried about those things. Everybody should be worried about those things because
Right.
you don't know where these people are traveling from, and they can get it on just by traveling, and crossing paths with somebody, and that can infect other people. That's the whole thing about this. What they say, allegedly. You know what I mean? So even if you're in your car from house to car to stadium or something like that, you can still catch it because you don't know who these people been around. You know?
Exactly. But for many of the players, they did not like the idea of the Cactus League and the Grapefruit League and being quarantined in hotels because many of them want to be with their families. So they just have to have very strict traveling, and that's why they would play the American League East, would play the National League East. They want to cut down on the traveling, and they want to have all the safety precautions as possible.
Yeah. No, I totally understand that, But
Right.
hopefully by the season's end they'll have fans in the stadium, you know?
Yes. And this morning, I got
You're breaking up. You got to say it over again. breaking up. You got to say it over again. Can't hear you.
And the NC Dinos on Korean baseball
Yeah.
this
Hmm.
morning, and it was a very good game. The game was tied. I did not see the extra innings though, but they tied the game with a home run at the very end of the in the bottom of the ninth inning, and that was very enjoyable. Are you able to hear me okay now?
Yeah, I hear you good. No, but
Okay.
those guys. I think the Brooklyn Cyclones could take those guys on.
Well, they consider the Korean baseball team to be the equivalent of a double A, between a double A and a triple A team here in the United States.
Yeah, that's the Cyclones basically, because
Right,
they're double A, I believe. The Cyclone.
right.
Cyclones is double A team.
I really
And
think you would like this video that I sent to your Facebook. I really want you to check it out. For the fans out there, I sent BX Bomber a video of the atmosphere of Korean baseball when the fans are in attendance, and it is a really enjoyable scene. The fans really love their baseball there, and they do singing and chanting and dancing, and it is a great atmosphere they have there in South Korea.
no, yeah, they do. Especially, have you ever seen the videos of Japanese baseball when they be singing in the
Oh
stands
yeah,
and all kind of stuff, you know? And their
yep,
workout routine is outrageous. You know, they're throwing constantly around the diamond and stuff like that. But a lot of the things they do don't necessarily work. You know what I'm saying? Um, like let's talk about the in Taiwan or Korea. It's Korea, right? They're playing with the
we have the KBO on ESPN, South Korean baseball.
right, and they have a bat when a flick of the bat when they hit a home run type of thing. There's an art form to that. What That's what they say. You know what I mean? But a lot of that
Yeah,
stuff, a lot of that form and stuff like that does not work in baseball. It doesn't give you the hitting power necessarily to hit the ball for a home run. You know what I'm saying?
right,
Um, um, perfect examples of swings are Gabriel Torres, Miguel Andujar, Aaron Judge. Those guys have the swing where you turn perfectly like a model baseball player should be hitting the ball. These guys,
right,
they stand on one leg and they kick their foot out like they like Tanaka when he pitching. You know what I'm saying?
right.
They're at bat and they kick their foot out and then they swing. They're all off balance. You know what I mean? You're not getting
Look
the
at how
right level on the
Ichiro
ball. Say what again?
look at how Ichiro hit, but Ichiro was highly successful.
Yeah, but he was slapping the ball. That was his thing. He was a master at slapping the ball.
Right,
He wasn't trying to hit the ball for power. He was trying to slap it. He was trying to go the other
right.
way. You know what I mean? But a lot of those techniques do not work, man. And in baseball, man, you have to play like an American League or National League ball player does. You have to swing the bat like they do, man. It's a certain technique to that where you have to master to get the certain amount of power to hit that baseball. You know, even Brett Gardner had to
Actually,
learn. You know,
right. From what I understand, though, in Korean baseball, the home run totals are up a bit this year, and they were a little bit last year, just like in the major leagues. The Korean baseball home run totals were actually up quite a bit. And but I do know what you're talking about. They do have very different styles of hitting and different stances and different types of things. And but I do know what you're talking about for the classic home run hitting style. There's a slight uppercut, and you could talk about guys like Aaron Judge or Gleyber Torres and Miguel Andujar and all of that.
And the perfect person who learned how to hit a home run was Brett Gardner. Brett Gardner couldn't even hit one home run in the season, and now he's hitting
Right,
20, 25, 30. Because there's a certain form to when you hold the bat and swing the bat. You have to twist and swing the bat all at the same motion, to gain that power to hit that bat, you know. So yeah, they got to work on that, man. They got to be more like American League ball players. The note on the home run totals going up, that's probably because they have the balls juiced up like they did last year in the Major League Baseball. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, there
Those
was some controversy about that.
those balls were definitely juiced up, and it was
Right,
proven. It was definitely proven. And then in the 2019 playoffs, they put the balls back to normal and nobody hit a home run at all. You know what I'm saying? The
right,
home run count was down. So yeah, it definitely makes a difference. But
yeah,
yeah, they probably juice the ball because they know it's gonna be on ESPN. You know what I mean? So they want to make the
right.
game more exciting, and that's what they did. I wonder where I wonder who makes their baseballs. That's.
Oh, well, we did a whole radio show on the United States balls are made in South America, and but I'm not sure. They could be made right there in Asia. I'll look into that next time we
I'll
go on
try
the
to
radio.
Google it now. It's the KBO league, right?
Like BBO, yes.
KBO baseballs.
But that appears to be the main drawback right now is the money situation between MLB players and MLB owners. And the owners want to have revenue sharing and pay the players that way, where the players want to take a prorated salary that was agreed on March for the beginning of March 26th that they were agreeing on. So that is the holdup right now. But it would not be in anyone's favor if the season ended up getting canceled. It would be detrimental to both the owners and the players.
No, no, it definitely is. Everybody loses. I mean, because majority of the money is made from the stands.
Right.
That's the whole thing. As I'm googling it now for the Korean baseball, it looks like it's made in Korea.
Okay.
I'm not sure.
But it is very fun. I'll be up in the morning and it is fun to see. It is
Yeah,
very fun to see.
but
And
we'll end it here. It's been a good show, and we spoke about a lot of good things. So hopefully, I still haven't got any word on baseball being back yet. Let me check one time real quick. If I see anything on my news feed.
we pretty much covered what there is to cover right now. They have to do negotiations. They have several weeks to negotiate, several weeks to get protocols in order, and then go from there.
Okay, before we go, I have a judge update. Okay,
Aha!
he might need 2 CT scans for his rib, and the first one will occur sometime next week.
Wow. Okay.
So what's wrong with a cracked rib? Why he could benefit? Judge was set for another CT scan on the broken bone sometime next week and is believed he'll need another after that. But people familiar with Judge's situation say his healing's fine and that he hasn't experienced any setbacks. An early July target could be fine for him. Remember, the Yankees believe Judge suffered the injury on a dive last September. The cracked rib was discovered in early March.
Right.
So,
You were at the game.
Yeah, I was at that game, man, and I knew he got hurt. I knew he got hurt, man. But I didn't think it was that bad, man, because I could see it in their faces. You know, I could when you're live at Yankee Stadium, you could tell by their body movement. You know what I mean? They're speaking to you. Well, they speak to me
Yeah,
anyway, but
yeah.
their whole body movement tells me what's wrong with them. I could just look at them after a play and say, "Oh, he's hurt or he's good." You know what I mean? There's a certain way to
Oh,
get up
by the
because
way,
I
how do you like
seen
this new Yankee jersey?
that's pretty sweet, man. That's
Yes, and yours will be coming soon.
Yeah, man, that's a nice color. I like the Yankee logo. That's the
Uh,
actual Yankee logo, by the way. This here is the is just the how you say
well, that's the interlocking eye. That was
it's
that.
just the emblem, right?
Yeah,
But
the interlocking NY was designed by Tiffany's actually,
yeah,
and it was designed in the 19th century, and it was designed originally as a medal for wounded for firefighters and police that were wounded on the job,
that's
and
right.
then the Yankees adopted it in the early 20th century.
That's right. And the NY, the interlocking NY started after a police officer was shot in 1906, and they kept it ever
Right,
since to honor him. But this is the
right,
NY means New York. The
yes,
what you have on your shirt, the Yankees, that's the actual Yankee logo. You know what
right,
I'm saying? That's the actual team logo. Not the NY. The NY is not the team logo. People get it confused. You know what I mean? Is that the actual team logo is the Yankees with the hat. So
Well, I
yeah.
kind of think of both of them as being the logos, because the Yankee style NY is world famous.
Yeah, but it represents New York City though. You know what I'm
Right,
saying? It doesn't represent it does represent the Yankees, but it's more representing New York City. You know what I'm saying? The actual
right,
logo that says Yankees in the hat, that's actually saying Yankees. You know what I mean? It's a little bit of the difference. And maybe there's a
right.
debate. Maybe if somebody has watched this video for this long, comment below and tell me what you think on that thing. But yeah,
I'm gonna go on them both being logos.
well, yeah. I mean, no, it's true. They both
They're synonymous with the Yankees.
right. They're both acting as logos, but in reality, is when you look at the NY, you're seeing New York.
Right.
Unless they put it NYY. Have you
Yeah, I
noticed that?
understand.
Have you noticed that they put
Right,
NYY? And for the Mets too, they do it in orange. New York
right.
Mets,
And I am
NYM. You know what I mean?
right.
So, but yeah. So anyway, that's the show. Like everybody, thank you for listening, and we'll see everybody on the next one. So long, everybody, and
Take care.
see ya. Perfect.